Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live. We are live, and as you can see, we're shorthanded. Phil is still on his travels back from jolly old England, and so you'll have to settle for myself and our good friend, the blind bard, Jennifer Cash. Good evening, Jen.
Good evening, Ron. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How was your week?
Good. It's always good to it's been busy at work, but I've been planning. Um, I'm since I'm going to be doing that blindfolded session at Page next year, I just ordered some things for it. Um, and I'm thinking about the world it's going to be in and the session I'm going to plan. And still working on the Book of Encounters, my encounter for that. So it's been a fun and productive week for me. How about you?
Well, that's good. You know what? It was a lot of work this week, a lot of work-related stuff. I was in meetings in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Then I was in meetings in Washington, D.C., and getting ready for a travel trip for work, leaving on Sunday. Don't get back until Wednesday, so it's going to be a lot. So,
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Traveling's no fun.
I'm really excited about tonight's show. We've got two great guests with us. Of course, we have our good friend Matt John, the creator of the Conan, the Hyborian Age role-playing game. One of my favorite games now. And we've got Amber Davies, who runs the Pretty Nerdy YouTube channel, and she also has an extensive resume of writing credits for RPG companies. So it's going to be a jam-packed show.
Yeah, it will.
Real quick, before we bring Amber on, why don't we recap? You mentioned about your blindfold game for Page 4.
Yes.
For those who weren't with us last week, the idea was floated that Jen would run a game where all the players are essentially blind, and meaning they're going to get blindfolded, and the game's going to take place at the table in that manner. And they're going to get to see how Jen runs her game, sightless as it is. And, she's a big emphasis on the other four senses in her game. You want to talk a little bit about that, Jen?
Yeah, sure. So the premise here is kind of like finding out what it's like to play as a blind player. And so, I've been thinking about how to accomplish this. Typically, I use either pixels or dots RPG dice. And I know a lot of sighted folks really don't know how to read Braille, and that would be challenging. So I'm going to be using pixels. Currently, D20s, D6s, and D4s. Trying to get more dice sets. Not sure if that will happen, but and I was thinking, how are they going to read their character sheets? And one idea I had was make a bracelet and put charms on it. So different charms will represent different stats and, your AC, your hit points, and all that. So that's something new that I'm experimenting with and that I'm going to try. And then, just kind of create a world where there are pockets of light, but it's mostly magical darkness. So getting into that mindset of people going down, looking for things, adventuring and coming back, and hopefully having something to sell so they can get food and supplies.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. So we're going to bring on our first guest. And here she is. Hi, Amber.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Oh, welcome aboard. Welcome to Friday Night Live. And we're looking forward to seeing you at Page this year, where you're going to be a special guest for the first time.
Yes, I am very excited. I have seen a lot of my industry friends attend Page. They have been special guests at Page. This will be the furthest east I will be traveling for a convention, and I'm very excited about it because I have so many friends on the East Coast, and I've just kind of slowly been making my way over there. So finally, I get to meet a bunch of folks in real life, in person, and get to hang out at your convention, which I've heard so much about.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'll pat myself on the back a little bit, but
he puts on a great show. He really does.
So I hear.
We've always been cognizant of making sure we have industry guests there from all walks of the industry. Whether they be dungeon tubers like Bob World Builder,
right,
Professor Dungeon Master, Baron Durop, folks like that, or new to the industry writers like yourself, or we've got some of the OGs of gaming that come, like Frank Menser and Harold Johnson and things like that. So Darlene the artist, Jeff D. So it's been a great journey so far, and we're looking forward to what Page 4 brings. And I believe our Canadian friend has arrived. He's in the green room.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's Canada, so he was probably drinking until 3 minutes before he came on. But
is that a Canada thing?
Yeah, that's a Canada thing. That's what I
have yet to make it to Canada. I mean, I should go.
That's what they're all about. So Amber, why don't you introduce yourself and some of the work you've done in the industry to our audience tonight?
All right, will do. So my name is Amber M. Davies, or at least that's the name I use when I write. I have writing contributions with Paizo. Paizo's Lost Omens High Seas is going to be coming out in July. So I'm very excited about that one, because then I finally get to run games that I have written, right? That I've had a hand in writing, which is very exciting. So I do a lot of game writing, game development. I have contributions with Paizo, as I mentioned, GUI Cube and Kobold Press. I don't have game writing with them, but I did write a script for a dark fantasy audio drama, which was a little dip into some other different areas of writing that I really enjoy. And then I'm this year focusing on publishing some of my own works. I have so much kind of in the bank and have been, I've really enjoyed contributing to the industry, but I really want to have a little bit of something of my own. So that's been the focus this year. I have an adventure that is heavily inspired by this module right here. So this is the Tomb of Horrors. I got to play it with Luke Gygax, and it was so inspiring that I decided I want to write a really deadly dungeon, but set in like 70s international spy. So lots of stuff that I'm writing. I'm also part of a lot of collaborative projects, which I can talk about later. I feel like I'm probably sharing too much about what I do. Essentially, I do everything I touch is creative, and I want to write some aspect of the world or create some aspect of the world. And I will be writing my first lit RPG novel in this fall, starting this fall, and streaming it.
Well, yeah, that's wonderful. It sounds like you're very busy in the industry.
I am. I have my fingers in a lot of different projects, and it's hard to say no because I just get so excited to be a part of them all. But I'm really trying to I'm really trying to tighten things up, which is, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So how many projects are you involved in, and how do you make time for it all?
Oh boy. Well, this year I started a kind of this spreadsheet. I have like a accounting and IT background, and so I kind of created this spreadsheet that helps me track. I used to, I'm still a part of a lot of writing communities where they track words as like progress, and that just didn't work for what I do because it's all over the place. So now I have this project tracking list that I created, and whenever I still have like a part-time day job. So once I'm done with the day job, I immediately flip to my creative list, and it's all in order by date and prioritization and what needs to happen when. And so that really keeps me in line so that I can try to stay as close to deadline as possible.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
but there are a lot of projects.
how did you get started in the industry?
Well, let's see. So it started first with fiction writing. I have always kind of done that ever since I was young, but never seriously thought that I could make it a career or anything. And then probably about 10 years ago, gosh, it might have been 10 years ago, I started submitting short stories. I got one accepted and published, and then I was hooked. So I started finding other places to submit short stories and short fiction. And along the way, I found Dungeon Studios. In Dungeon Studios, they were looking for someone to write short stories that would then be converted into scripts that would then be converted into audio dramas. So I thought this was my way into it. They also had other they also had other products that were TTRPG related. So this was kind of my way to feed both passions of gaming and writing. And so I quickly kind of rose the ranks. I became chief project director over there. I was writing scripts over there. We were creating games and things over there. And then I'm no longer with them. I love them to death, but like I said, this year I decided I need to take a step back so that I can have the time to push some of my own things out.
Yeah.
So along the way with Dungeon Studios, I found GUI Cube. I submitted with GUI Cube. I attend a lot of conventions. I really enjoy conventions, and I kind of I've kind of taken up a personal torch to like spread the word about gaming conventions to other people.
Sure.
And so through a gaming convention, I connected with someone at Paizo who said, "Hey, we need a writer on this project. Would you be interested?" And I jumped on it immediately. Kobold Press, it was a program that we applied for so that we basically can create something in their IP. And so we created an audio drama in their IP. So yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of sit in the space, and I'm always a lover of like when I hear opportunities, or if I know someone who fits an opportunity, I share it. And so there's a lot of networking that kind of happens. And through that, these opportunities have kind of found their way to me. And like I said, I have a hard time saying no.
Right. Well, you'll be in the company of Eric Mona at Page.
Eric Mona
from Paizo. So,
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he's the publisher there. So
yeah,
he'll be there, and Jim Butler's a good guy
yes
as well. So
yeah,
we were very we're close with Paizo. So this is all good stuff. Well, it sounds like things are good, and as we normally do, we get through a few questions with the first guest, and we bring the second guest on, and then we kind of drop back and forth.
Sure.
So I think Matt John is ready to go. He looks a little hungover, but we'll see.
Should I tackle that question on the screen, or should I wait?
You know what? Let's go ahead and tackle that, and then we'll let Matt sober up a little bit in the back.
All right. So a lit RPG, if you Google it, it gets a little confusing because that is not what I usually mean, or what I think people mean when they say lit RPG. What is a lit RPG? I want to pull it up because I remember looking. Oh, literary role playing game. That's what comes up when you search it, which this is not. So the lit RPG genre of fiction essentially is taking a person in their normal environment, whether that's modern day New York, whether that's medieval fantasy, whether that's Hong Kong, wherever it is, it takes them from their normal environment and dumps them into some sort of like game environment. And now game mechanics are involved, and they typically have to escape from however they were put into this situation. Imagine taking your D&D game and now turning it into a book. Those are now things.
So it's like the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from when I was a kid.
Yes, but you're very aware that you came from modern day New York, and now if you've ever heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl, that's exactly what it is.
Well, right. The Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that was on network TV on Saturday mornings, the kids went into like a Dungeons and Dragons roller coaster, and when they came out, they were in Dungeons and Dragons land.
Yeah.
So very interesting.
The DM on that cartoon was evil, though, I think, because it was almost like, haha, I can help you, but I can't. Bye.
Yeah.
And then would just peace out.
It kind of reminds me of like the Ink Spell series.
Oh.
Where they're regular people and then they go into this other
kind of
world.
Book, right? Didn't they go into a book?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So essentially it's like that. There's a lot of anime that kind of use that structure. I'm trying to think of there's it's escaping me. There's a really Sword Art Online. That's a very popular anime that essentially has the same plot structure. They're in normal world and then they get dumped in and cannot escape this video game world. So the mechanics are all like gamified. There's a level of progression. Your character, your person levels up. You may change classes or even appearance, all that. It's all the stuff that when I first started writing, everyone said, you can't take your D&D campaign and turn it into a book. No one will publish that. And now everyone's publishing that.
Oh, well,
I wish I had jumped on.
We have entire seminars on that subject.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be interested to hear. Here's Matt John. He's sitting in the dark.
Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Can you hear me, you guys?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
All
Is everything okay up there in Halifax? What's going on, buddy?
I'm entering my rock star phase here, and it's Friday night, and I've been teaching like a absolute magician, and now I'm here with you all, and I'm barely hanging on. And you're right, I was having some drinks backstage, but you were wrong thinking that if you waited, I would become more sober.
I see.
Well, you know what? You have to. It's Friday night, right?
So Matt, you've been listening in. You've been able to hear.
Yes. I've got big thoughts. I got to cut you right off. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. I like all of you. I'm really happy about this, but I got to tell you, the idea of a lit RPG, it's terrifying to me. No, here's the thing. I love RPGs and I love writing and I love reading and I love those two worlds separate. I've thought about this. I have reflected. I love that everyone is enjoying this and there's so many people writing it and it's opening up like almost a new medium, like this weird hybrid. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not jumping on board right now and I don't know if I ever will, but I'm actually getting anxious about it because everyone just keeps talking about it. And like you had just said, when I like years ago, not many years ago, it was don't put your D&D campaign into a book series and try and make that work because it won't. And I still agree with them.
Yeah.
However, I say that having never read it, so I'm admitting complete ignorance. I'm going to try it sometime, and I will start with the Ultimate Dungeon Crawler, Carl.
Yes, please.
And because I have heard people from I mean all walks of genre life in terms of what they read, having read this book, and they all seem to love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm gonna have to, but I am rejecting it so hard, you guys.
Stick it to the man by not listening.
I
For
just
what
got
reading?
good. I just got competent at writing like regular ass modern ish fantasy prose for adults.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that cover just shot up on social media today, folks. Cormac McArt, a sort of unsung character in Robert E. Howard's mythos, you know, loosely based on the historical legendary figure. I got the opportunity to pen a new tale following in, you know, not only just Robert E. Howard's footsteps, but also Andrew Offutt, Keith Taylor, I think. And so I don't know. I don't know how I get these jobs, and I do a good enough job to keep getting more of these jobs, but I'm psyched. And how about that cover?
yeah,
It's gorgeous.
That's cool.
That might be the coolest cover I've ever been I've ever had my name on or on the other side of in the TOC. That one's a banger.
so let me ask you, Matt, when does this book go live? And it's coming out as an ebook first?
Yeah, these the Heroic Legend series is from Titan Publishing in the UK. They do a monthly story based on one of Conan creator Robert E. Howard's stable of characters, and they're like $2. They're like short story to novella length, and yeah, it's awesome because Sword and Sorcery has a tradition of short stories, right? It's a big part of things, and to get a fresh story every month in the ebook form is awesome. Now, they did mention at Howard Days, Marcos, new company president, he mentioned that they will collect it. He doesn't know when. I think he said maybe this year, but then his editor would kill him. So I thought I'd repeat that again just to see if he could get cause some friction on the team. But it sounds like these ebooks will be collected sooner or later.
What do you mean
Okay.
by collected?
Sorry, like basically an anthology, right?
Ah,
so
I see.
you would
Okay.
have a, you know, maybe 20 of these stories, 15, I don't know. I'm not the editor, I couldn't say, but pop them in physical volumes and then sell them that way. Like Titan publishes, you know, hard and soft cover new Conan pastiche, as well as Solomon Kane and like, you know, Aliens and all this other stuff, other IPs. So we'll see if it goes in a physical format. But I mean, I'll just tell you, I had a really good time writing it. Yeah, if you like high adventure, clashing swords, you know, check it out.
We have
Yeah.
a few questions for both of you from the audience tonight.
All right.
First one is oh, I'm old and technology is hard.
You can do it, Ron.
Michael Doherty, who is our second favorite sight impaired person who participates in the show. Jen, aren't you going to ask who the first one is?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Amber, can you tell us about the audio program you worked on and where I might be able to find it?
Yes. So if you are referencing the audio drama that I did with Dungeon Studios, that is called Fables from the Forgotten. It is a dark fantasy world where when you die, your soul goes to a tavern at the end of life called the Crossover. And at the Crossover, there are two, they're not gods, they're called Eternals. Two Eternals who are man and wife. The god of death and then the goddess of vengeance, married, runs this tavern, souls arrive, and each episode is an anthological tale of a soul telling the story of their life and their death in this fantasy world. And they are judged at the end, whether they go to like a version of heaven or hell or something in between. Sometimes they get invited to stay into the tavern. There is a cat that is, well, it's actually an Ugly Avex. It is a soul-eating demon in the shape of a cat that is also present in this tavern. So it was really fun to write those episodes, lean into the horror. There's one particular episode called Gurgle Plop, which I will never forget the name of that episode, but it's about a hag in a swamp. And imagine hearing the voice actors with these creepy, like witch-like voices, and then the horrific things that the hag does to this victim in the swamp, and you hear all the like disgusting noise. Oh, it's just in audio drama format, it is amazing. So that is Fables from the Forgotten. There's 2 seasons. I think the second season is still on its way out, but there's 2 seasons, and I know we wrote the third, so I don't know when that will be coming out. It is on Dungeon Studios YouTube channels. I think they also have it on all the podcast platforms. So if you search for Fables from the Forgotten, you should be able to find it. And then the audio drama that we did with Kobold Press was a one-off in their Labyrinth setting, and that one was even like, it's just a one-off, but again, I love horror, so I really leaned into the things that creep me out, which are like creepy children, like, and one of the media director at Dungeon Studios, his daughter does amazing voice work, and I just love every time we were able to pull her into a project. So she plays the creepy kid. It's amazing. I love it.
I'm glad that somebody else thinks that there is such a thing as creepy children.
Yeah.
I am a believer that not all babies are beautiful. There are such things as ugly babies. And
I was not a beautiful baby at all. I looked like a boiled monkey, and I can probably pull up the picture to prove it.
Boiled monkey.
I did. I really did. I was red and bald like Friar Tuck, and it was not pretty.
That's a great description.
Well, I can see that now. I can see that now.
Yeah. There's a resemblance.
Little Friar Tuck, boiled monkey-ish. There were several questions like this one. Wait, Matt's film noir now?
Yeah, I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, I'm doing a thing, guys. You know what? It's actually, I was talking to Ron, and I realized that the time difference wasn't what I thought it was, or I had messed up the time. Like I say, I've had a busy week, but when I realized I had to wait another hour and a half, I was like, all right, gonna get comfortable, gonna try a thing, gonna dim those lights, and
start hammering Labatt's.
No, but Labatt's.
Yeah.
No, I don't drink beer, man. I can't handle that stuff.
Were you calling people hosers? Were you yelling out the window?
I call people hosers all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Unironically.
I'm
about that life.
There's Grace. Matt is film noir. I'm a glam girl. Just before the show, I was chaperoning the high school queer prom. Exciting. Okay.
I know about chaperoning a dance, man. I've done my share.
All right. Michael Doherty said thank you, Amber.
Of course.
What else do we
have?
I'm
going to have to look that up too. That sounds really interesting.
What, lit RPG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
my
all
suggestion, just if you start with Dungeon Crawler Carl, you can read it, but if you can listen to the audio, then the voice actor just really pluses everything when it comes to that particular series.
Can I add something just about what I was saying about that earlier? In my later life, I've stopped watching movie trailers whenever possible. So unless it is something that is just so specific to my interest, like if a new movie trailer dropped,
later life. You are still a child.
I am 43 years old, man.
It's all downhill. I got you.
Yeah,
when you're pushing 60 like me, you can come and.
Well, now listen. I can do like a health seminar thing. Like I feel better than I ever have physically.
You're making me feel ancient.
What the hell was I saying, you guys? Ron cut me off.
I
I think
did.
we're
I
talking about
did.
Dungeon Crawler Carl and then
and
movie trailers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so with not just the lit RPG genre, because like I understand it mostly, I've just never actually sampled it. But also, I don't know what the hell Dungeon Crawler Carl's story is at all. I know there's a cat named like
Donut, Princess Donut.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say biscuit or some shit. But so I don't know what it is, and when I actually go to read it, I'm gonna have no idea.
Which I think that's
exciting.
Great. Yeah.
It's so great. Like that's what I mean is
I love the creepy baby.
holy
when
Okay.
I go to flea markets and antique shops, I routinely take photos of things like this, and title it "The Stuff Nightmares Are Made Of." There's another one.
Oh, I love it.
Oof.
I love it.
Here's another one.
I want a room in my house that just has this stuff in it.
There's another one. Hold on. I got more.
Wow.
Jesus.
The eyeballs on that one, like recessed into the head.
Ron, you should do some film noir settings like I have done this evening on some of those, and I'm telling you, you'll be cooking.
Here's the scariest thing of them all. My wife wears toe socks.
Oh, wow. I believe that.
Is that just disturbing to you? I like toe socks.
It's completely disturbing to me.
Ron, I spent an hour and a half in the car with your wife when she drove me back to the airport, and I believe she wears toe socks.
Yes.
Lovely,
toe socks
lovely lady when you meet Ron's wife, if you haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so
she's nicer than Ron. She's nicer than Ron and more enjoyable.
Yes, everybody says that. Everybody says that. That's a normal discussion topic there. Yep.
And on the topic of Dungeon Crawler Carl, there's kind of a thing about feet.
Oh yeah.
You were just leaving it up on the screen for a minute, and I'm like, this is very reminiscent of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay, now you're spoiling for me because
okay. I won't say anymore.
But
since we were on the topic of horror, I just recently had another interview, so I still have this stuff here. But I'm gonna, long story short, I had to move my mom from her home, and me and my husband had to clean out her house. And my husband and I have been together over 20 years. He knows how much I love horror. He knows everything about me. While we're cleaning out the house, he comes to me with this really ratty old binder, right? It actually doesn't look that ratty, but it is old. And he says, I found this binder in your mom's room, and I'm kind of worried. Like, it has newspaper clippings of murders and like horrible things, like really old clippings. And I just started laughing. I said, well, that's not my mom's, that's mine. On Sunday mornings when I was a little girl, after church, it's amazing that they didn't like go take me to get cleansed or something. But after church, I would pull out the Sunday newspaper and I would start clipping old articles, and I would find the worst of the worst and I would save them for story fodder. And I guess my mom saved it. So now I have it again. These like old it's upside down. Old newspaper clippings. Just disturbing. But my husband almost left me that day.
Well, I mean, it's for story.
So if creepy baby worries anybody, just, and if my husband disappears one day.
The creepy baby, creepy kid thing for me, like obviously we've seen that so much. It's in danger of being played out, but Resident Evil Village, my God, did any of you play that?
I did not.
Nope.
I'm just saying. It's
were there creepy babies?
It's again, I'm so spoiler adverse now. It's just a baby mutant nightmare thing, and like the sounds that come out of it, and I wish, yeah.
Okay, wait. So if you're spoiler averse, because
Yeah.
I did a little like I wanted to look at your profile and see if there was anything that we could talk about during the stream. And I
Oh,
saw that you did a review on the He-Man movie recently. Can we
oh
talk
yeah.
about this? And can we? I have a thing I want to ask you, and I don't know if it would be considered spoilery, but you've seen it and I've
Oh
seen
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just have to warn the audience that it might be spoilery. But can we talk
Yes.
about He-Man for a second?
Oh my God, please.
Okay.
Please, let's talk about He-Man.
So
No other conversation I'd probably rather talk about right now. So let's go.
okay. So everybody spoiler warning, okay? So Skeletor's voice.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Skeletor's voice in the movie?
Okay, two things. Well, three probably. Jared Leto, not a big fan. Like, I think he's a competent actor, and then all the other stuff that's potentially weird. Anyways, he was the thing I was worried about most about that movie. And I gotta just say, from an objective standpoint, I thought he was really good, and it was different. Part two that I had, part two is that I think I didn't hear certain lines. Like it was a little muddled. Now I
Okay.
think that's probably just because I'm old. And I mean, I loved the physical bits. I loved that he had like envy for He-Man's sword. And that he was just this weird sort of like a dude bro at points, but also just a bully. I don't know. I thought they really did a good job on him, and the voice itself. I'm kind of glad they didn't just do Alan Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was quite pleased with Skeletor, I gotta say.
Okay. Maybe this is just me, and I was, I remember the cartoons, and I love the cartoons, and the expectation was the voice was going to be very like, "Nyah, nyah, nyah," and when it wasn't, I was like, okay, all right, let's see where this goes. Yeah. Let's see. But the entire movie, I was waiting for just one throat punch that would then change his voice for at least a minute, and that would have been hilarious.
That would have been a great inclusion.
Yeah. That's the only spoiler I have, is that like it didn't happen, and I'm bummed, and I wish it did.
I think actually this is an example of where I wouldn't say a spoiler, but having foreknowledge about a movie is good, because if I had been expecting, Alan Oppenheimer, I think it's Alan Oppenheimer. Anyways, his classic Skeletor, then I would have been thrown off. I think I read a little too much into, the pre-release of the movie that I knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, beyond that, or really anything, I thought the movie just kind of delivered what I wanted to and expected from it, and like where I'm at with the IP. I think some people are really they don't want it to be too jokey or too, I don't know, goofy, but I'm like, for me it really is that. Like I love Conan the Barbarian and this sort of more serious brutal setting, but He-Man and the Master Universe is for kids, and it should be. It's like training wheels. It's training wheels for Conan.
Well, I remember the cartoon, and I always loved Skeletor's voice in that.
Yeah.
Remember,
he is different.
Remember.
But Jared Leto, he was channeling some from the first film. Jesus Christ, what's his name? Frank Langella.
Oh.
No, Frank Langella, who did Skeletor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't have affection for that first film. I didn't even like it when I was a kid. But I love the production design, and Frank Langella's Skeletor. He is not like the cartoon character, and he was pretty damn good. And so I think there was a bit of that going on with it as well. So I don't know. There's certain things in context, and like that's what's fun about nerd culture too, right? There's certain things people will not budge on, and I have the same proclivities for things, and so yeah. Anyways, He-Man, don't get me. Like I could go.
Yeah. That was literally the only thing I had to ask about. Well, I mean, there's other things we could keep going, but that was the one thing I just wanted to hear your opinion on.
Okay, good. Yes, a slam dunk of a question.
Wonderful.
So Matt, we also want to talk to you about this.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you want to know, Ron?
Everything, and I want to know if I can. I want to know if you can send me some stuff to read.
Oh yeah, I could probably send you some files. Yes, you're just gonna have to. Next week, you got two things you got to remind me of. Well, you won't have to. I will get to it. It's just you've caught me up. Literally the most busy time of my entire year.
Is my book in the mail?
No.
Is my book in the mail?
No, I told you it'd be Monday.
Is the book in the mail?
I threw it in the sewer drain.
Yeah, you have sewers up there? I thought everything was a glacier.
We all float down here, eh?
Yeah.
So all right, Conan, this new project, Q3 2026. Is that when it is? All right, cool. Okay. I have had some distance from this project only because I finished it so long ago. My work on it, even the editing has been done so long ago. As many may or may not know, Monolith now finishes their projects to like 99% before putting it on crowdfunding. I feel like I want to stop prefacing things with like, that's not what Kickstarter's for, or this or that. It's a pre-order situation in many ways, and it's good because the game will be done, and you will actually get it for sure. So this is about I don't know if I can say certain things, but I'm going to say them anyways.
Just say them. Nobody watches our channel.
Here's the truth. I've not followed the rollout of what we have announced, but I will tell you that this is a hybrid project where we're going to simultaneously sell new board game material, expansions, and RPG books. So we're servicing two games with similar systems.
And they cross over. They cross over, right?
Yeah, the crossover of the components, the maps, all of that stuff, right? We've built them so that it serves both games at once, and then those who like both will buy, the two different systems, and it'll benefit entirely. And if you're a miniature painter, holy shit, you paint these games, and then you painted it for both.
I don't know any miniature painters.
No, I don't. You need to get some miniatures, Ron. Like I went over to his house. He doesn't his sock, and he has nothing. I mean, I know that enough people watching this have been to Ron's house, probably.
Yeah,
so, they know that I'm being facetious.
Yes. In fact, we have our mascot miniature right behind us, Phil E. Cheesesteak. So he's on the wall there behind me. Very popular fellow at the convention. We had Ben Franklin come to the convention a couple of years ago. He was not as popular.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, we had a Ben Franklin impersonator who was mixed in with the cosplay people.
Uh-huh.
And people weren't feeling creepy Ben Franklin's vibe. Ben was a little creepy. Jen, did you have any experience? Did you have any interaction with the Ben Franklin at page 3? Or page
no,
2?
I did not.
Page 2, I should say. No.
Nope.
This is an episode of The Office. You realize don't they have the Ben Franklin impersonator? He shows up and he's weird. The Office, immensely popular television show.
Well, I know The Office. I mean, The Office. I also know What We Do in the Shadows, which is vastly superior to The Office. But
I love that. I love that.
That was good. Yeah,
movie's awesome too.
I'm Jackie Montana. Yeah. See, Brian Keena says Ben was great. There were some complaints about Ben. Apparently, Ben was a little hands-on with some of the attendees. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, he wasn't asked back. He wasn't asked back. Plus, his price went up. One Ben Franklin for the 4 hours.
Oh my!
I was out.
Gets handsy and ups his prices. That's awful.
Yeah. Now, Wes Swain from DM Tales, convicted felon and egg thief. He says, I tried giving Matt to give me the launch window a concoction. He was a rock.
Yeah, well, it's also that I'm thick as a rock in the head, and
He's-
like I don't even know.
I'll say it, Wes. Matt's on a need to know basis with Monolith.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of true. It's because I've juggled so many things, and like I say, the work I did on that game was done a while back. I'm just actually sort of like, all right, what's next?
Our good friend Stan, who we're going to be talking about on an upcoming show with a project he had undertaken at the last page, which I just saw today, and it's outstanding. It's complete. But speaking of Ben Franklin being a little handsy, sounds historically accurate. I agree. Yeah. Well, Ben Franklin was quite the ladies' man. Yes, he was. Let's see. What else do we have? I think Grace Kinsley left us. Dr. Grace Kinsley left us because she was up early. Oh, all right. What questions do we have from the audience tonight for our guests? I know we're going to have some for sure. I mean, people have been throwing them out there. I'll give you guys like a moment to think about it while Neil explains how excited he is for Paige. All right.
Can't be more excited than that.
Michael Pastor says it was all platonic.
Well, I have a little another project I can talk about
Sure.
if you need some time.
Sure.
One that I didn't bring up earlier. So I've started this. I didn't start it. Sorry. I joined this collaborative project run by Devin Rue. And if anybody here is familiar and watches Critical Role, you may recognize the name as their like main artist that they use for maps. And so Devin Rue runs this collaborative project called Fantastical Geographic. It is essentially a webzine that is modeled after National Geographic, but in a, set in a fantasy world. So this whole webzine with a bunch of collaboratives, a bunch of creatives do art, and we write articles, and we put all this stuff in there. We even have ads, a bunch of stuff that helps to kind of inspire people to drop some of these things in their game, and it's system agnostic. So we just did one for Baldur's Gate, which is a free issue that we put out in June. So if people enjoy playing in the world of Baldur's Gate, then they can pick up this issue for free and see what Fantastical Geographic is all about. Outside of the webzine, we also create this Explorers Pack, which is an accompaniment. I can speak. It's a thing that goes with the thing, and it has STL files, VTT maps, music. I mean, it could even include like crochet patterns and if anybody put it in there. We just put a bunch of stuff that goes along with the webzine into it, so that then you can plug and play with everything. So it's a new project that I'm attached to. June just dropped like this week. So it's my first month being with this, but I really enjoy working with them. I've been a part of a lot of collaborative projects, and this one just feels really special to me. I really enjoy everybody that I work with there. So many artists, so many writers. Fun.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
How do you decide what to write about?
Well, in this particular case, I had been looking for a project where I could kind of harken back to my Filipino roots. And so I thought it would be really fun to be an advice columnist in the guise of like my Filipino grandma, who had really unconventional wisdom. Like one of us fell and hit, this really happened. One of us fell and hit our head on the corner of a TV and was gushing blood. And she's wrapping the head with Scotch tape. And I'm trying to explain to her that we have Band-Aids, and she is not listening to me because I'm a kid. And she's just like, no, Scotch tape. This is the way that it works. And she just did that. And we had to sit like that for the rest of the day until our parents came to pick us up. And they were like, what happened? And I was like, I'm trying to explain, and had to go to the doctor and get like 5 stitches in the head right here. So that kind of stuff. So I thought if I could create a character based off of her and her unconventional wisdom and provide advice in a fantasy realm where this woman writes in and she's like, I think my mother-in-law might be a hag. Like, really? Then, what would the advice be? And then from that, I also created in the Explorer's Pack what I call the Tooth Mother's Ladle, which is a spoon made of teeth, and it is semi-cursed, and it also makes you kind of want to add your own teeth to the spoon because I love that kind of horrific element. So yeah, in this particular case, how I decided was I was trying to find a project where I could do something with my Filipino heritage, and this just kind of seemed the perfect fit. They were really excited for something different.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we do have a question here for Matt. Just got the Hyborian Age core book and map. Any chance of getting a cloth map in the future?
Ooh.
We did do one, kind of.
I have cloth maps.
Yeah, I've got.
But I'm not giving any to Brian Keena, so
Well,
I wouldn't give him a core book either, even though I cornered the market on core books there for a while.
you sure did. You're like, and I need more. Get it in the mail.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, well, the cloth maps. Will we reprint them? I don't know. There was a survey we put out asking what people would like to see reprinted. Because really, guys, that's how Monolith works. They don't really do brick and mortar. They don't do retail. They just create the game. It's like a boutique situation. They're always really good games, and so they're sought after. And as long as the games are alive, we just pop them out.
Yeah. Stan, our favorite cartoonist and illustrator, says a thing that goes with the thing in the place.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you get to know me, that you learn how to speak Ambernese, and that's it.
All right. Elise Paxson asks, Amber, what's your favorite Filipino dish?
Oh, okay.
Don't say Dave Bautista.
No. No.
Go ahead.
So there's a dish called sisig, SISIG. It traditionally takes all the like weird pork bits and like the skin and everything. They kind of fry it up. They mix it with like soy sauce and vinegar, jalapeno, onions, all this stuff, and it's amazing. I know this sounds like patting myself on the back, whatever, but I started creating it with pork belly because it's here in America. It's really hard to find like all those weird pork bits just at your local Raley's.
If you happen to be a person who raises pigs,
yeah,
you can get all those things.
You can.
Yeah. My wife's quite the pig butcher every
really
year.
Well, I can send you the recipe if you want.
Ron raises miniatures of pigs and paints them.
We actually raise real pigs here, and during slaughter time they don't go to the butcher. They go to Jen, and Jen takes care of it.
Little tiny ones, miniatures. You paint them pink.
Yeah.
So yeah, sisig is my favorite dish. It is, and I make it with pork belly. But I like it anywhere, however they make it.
Amber, you have an invite to go to Death Con in Halifax from Dr. Grace Kinsley. She'd be pleased to have you there, and she says you can hang out with Matt John when you're there.
Yeah, when is it? I'll put it on my calendar.
I have no idea.
Okay,
I have no idea. I'll have to look it up.
Let the info funnel to me, please.
She said, Grace, invited me as well to DEF CON.
I'm looking up.
I
now.
believe she believes you accepted that invite. And will
Grace messaged me and said, "Do you want to go to DEF CON?" And without even knowing what it was, I was like, "Yeah, that sounds so metal. Let's go."
Well, you won't have to go far.
No, exactly.
You can just hop in your car and run away if you don't like it.
Yeah, one of the
DeathCon
things I do not do enough is local stuff. Like the city I live in, on the outskirts in Halifax, east coast of Canada, Nova Scotia. It has grown so much in like the last 20 years when I was a young lad stomping around down there. And I don't do enough to get involved on the local scene. I do the local con, but yeah, like DEF CON, I didn't know that was a thing. Holy shit!
I think it's new. I think that's relatively new in its first few years. But Grace is she's a great example of bravery, I think. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no.
Did you say
great
Grace
person.
is a doctor? What discipline?
I don't know, but maybe she'll give you.
No, I do know. Yes, never mind.
Okay,
I'm capping out because I've been so overloaded with information recently. That's awesome.
Because you've been hammering beers, just like Jen was hammering.
I've been hammering beers, man. I don't drink beers
earlier.
Guys.
Did anybody catch Jen hammering that beer earlier?
Water. It was water.
Water doesn't.
It was coffee.
Water doesn't come in cans. It shouldn't.
This is the only thing I'm drinking that's like hard liquor.
Oh. Okay.
What is it?
Glenmorangie.
Ooh.
Santier's cast.
Nice. I'm a whiskey girl myself too. Although I think I hear ice clinking, and that would be no for me.
Jen typically gets sloppy. As the programs go on, she gets a little more out of control. You should see when she calls her husband downstairs to get him to do stuff during the broadcast, and she's flinching. He's flinching every time she moves one of her hands.
Actually, I told him he needs to watch tonight because we just bought the Conan game, and he's getting ready
Conan
RPG. Yeah, he's getting ready to run a game for us.
Nice.
I'm jumping in, Matt. I'm going to be from parts unknown.
From parts unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because, like, I'm the kind of person that I love, like, demon magic and black magic. I love all that stuff, but
well,
how would I play that in character? I don't know.
I would say, there is what's our blood of Acheron,
just
blood of a demon,
just down in that thing. Holy crow!
Yeah.
There's going to be a domestic from this. There's going to be a domestic call in a small town in New Hampshire tonight.
No.
Hey, Jennifer. Sorry. I don't want to cut you off.
Sorry, I just wanted to give some advice for the game. Have a look at, think of it, whatever character you choose, or if you're making a character, it's really just a starting package. So look at, it does not dictate your direction. It just gives you a start. And even if you choose one of those, the only real thing it limits you with is potentially use sorcery. So like half of those starting packages allow sorcery. But it's also not a game where you need to lean into it. You choose it. You buy sorcery like any other skills. So it's buffet options. So just have a real good look at what the characters start as, and then decide to build from there however you want.
Okay.
Geeky Broken Hoodie says, I heard Amber loves black licorice jelly beans. So could you make sure?
I do.
Yeah, well, that's good because you know what? That's what's left in the bag after I'm
done having it. Betrayal, Geeky. No, never give me black licorice. He's on my stream a lot, and I have a thing where I because I can't do like Bertie's beans, the ones that have like vomit flavor and mowed lawn. I can't do that only because of like sugar content, and I have gut issues and
waste of calories too.
So I have have sugar-free jelly beans that I do, but
that's a crime against nature.
I don't love.
That is a crime against nature. Sugar-free
I
jelly
love
my
jelly
gut
beans.
is a crime against nature. You don't want that. Nobody wants me to be eating.
Can you get stevia jelly beans? And I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you straight up
No,
because
that's fine.
do you find stevia has the same effects as sugar?
On my gut? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So
But I
where are
don't
these
like stevia. I will do
beans?
monk fruit.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Well, then where are the monk fruit beans?
Right,
Do
Mike-
they
There
exist?
are no monk fruit beans.
Michael Pastor says he'll take a side of Batista. This is a PG-13 show, Michael.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, a side.
PG-13.
It's a side. It's a side. It's not a dangerous main dish.
Amber hasn't been to Lancaster, PA, apparently, where you can get as much pork as you want.
Ah, yes. I have not. I've never been to Pennsylvania. So
Elise says, I love Filipino food. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jen the Butcher. It's the name of my next Conan character. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so I had a question for Jennifer.
Sure.
Because going back to your game, your blindfold game, I don't recall if you said something about, are there like tactical elements for the players during the game, or is it all theater of the mind?
I'm thinking about bringing some props. And part of that is going to include like a tactile map that people can feel.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. I've never done this. I've never run at a convention before. This is all new, and I'm really excited.
We have somebody claiming to be your mother in the stream.
Yeah. Yes, she is my mother. This is true.
That's your mother?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
that's
She's
awesome.
very sweet, likes to join my streams and say hi.
Wholesome, cute, love that.
No, Geeky is not my mom. Geeky's my friend. I can say that.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that's my aunt too. So
Your aunt is on here?
That's my aunt.
Oh my god, I love this so much. Oh, I love
so
supportive
funny.
family. Oh my god.
But
how come none of your family ever comes on the show, Matt? What's going on?
They look, they're really happy with what I do and proud and whatever.
You can admit it. You didn't
just
make it as a hockey player
So
or a
jaded.
lumberjack, so you're a failure. Is that the family?
What are you doing? You're just writing about barbarians in their furry underwear, by?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can read and write.
Someone told me about licorice. That's like a salty type of licorice. And now, although I hate the idea, I feel like I need to try it just in case. So,
hey, Maggie, can you provide us some dirt on Amber that we can spring on her at the convention?
Wow, Ron, rude.
He's a plotter.
I'm sure she dug up something. She dug up an old story that I wrote in one of my last streams. She mentioned it and I'd totally forgotten about it.
Well, that's the problem. Matt forgets he writes stories too. I was in a I
do.
I was in a shop. I was in a shop, actually a shop that I'm going to be sneaking down to tomorrow morning. That Jen doesn't know I'm going yet. But
well, if she's here, she does now.
I don't know if she's on the stream. I don't know if she is tonight. She's probably sound asleep right now. But I picked up a bunch of the Sorcerer's Skull magazine, and there's Matt. There's Matt John listed as stories from so and so, and John.
You know. So that's actually a really special story because that was my late friend and sword and sorcery fantasy author Howard Andrew Jones was the editor of that magazine, and he brought this sword and sorcery flair. It deeply rooted in sword and sorcery and short stories. And before I became a friend of Howard, he purchased a story of mine for the magazine during the submission period. And I would say Howard Andrew Jones was The closest thing I had to a frientor. Anyways, so I'm really psyched that you picked that magazine up by chance. That was a big moment for me, and R.I.P. Howard Andrew Jones.
What's this? Your mom wants you to
Yeah.
talk about the Ravine horror story.
That was the horror story that she brought up in one of my prior streams. No, it's just a story I wrote when I was a young kid. I went to a creative writing course and had a lot of ideas. I think I have it right here, but I have like a pendaflex of just all this old stuff that I did when I was a kid. So I even have the Ravine, but this one you guys might appreciate this one. I drew that. That was Dude, The Life After Marshall. And it was like horror surfer dudes. But yeah, so I have all this stuff here. I'm sure I have the Ravine in here somewhere, but yeah, it was a story that I wrote when I was a kid.
Mm.
It's always
So-
fun to find things like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Over
so
here.
we are going to. It's couple little things here. One, has everybody in the audience subscribed to the channel? That's very important. Have you subscribed? Hit the little subscribe button and like tonight's live video, and help us out a little bit. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little early giveaway of our Troll Lord Games gift certificates tonight. Jen, would you like to ask our question tonight and see who can answer it, and for a Troll Lord Game gift certificate?
Sure. I don't really have anything prepared. What kind of question would you like me to ask?
A difficult one?
So are we talking like difficult trivia question in some genre?
Or some kind of thing,
I got one for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can it just be like a nerd question? General nerd question?
Sure.
Okay. James Avery from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fame
That
played
was
Uncle Phil.
That was Uncle Phil, right?
He also voiced another character that nerds would be very familiar with. This is a household name character, basically, from our childhoods. Do you know which character James Avery voiced? Uncle Phil is also the...
Huh.
You're going to love it when you know it.
See, I never watched Fresh Prince, so I don't know.
See, I know I can see the guy and I can hear his voice, but this is
Oh my God.
This is a game we play when we watch movies that I'm horrible at, because my husband can identify the voice actor right away and I cannot. Ever.
This was just a really weird, fun meshing of, if you watched these two shows as a young person, you'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Do you know what it is, Ron?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm refraining from Googling because I'm trying to see if I can guess, but
Michael Doherty says Splinter. That is incorrect.
God
is
damn,
it an
though.
animated? Is it an animated thing that he voiced?
Yes,
It
was
is
an
animated,
thing.
and I mean, Splinter was
Brian
wildly
Keena
close.
says Shredder.
Correct. James Avery,
Really?
Uncle
I
Phil.
can hear it now.
Yeah,
Huh.
like he,
Okay.
come on, Will, you turtles. Like you can hear the
Yeah.
two when
See,
they.
I wouldn't have gotten that because I never watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No.
Mellow out.
Okay,
How-
maybe a couple of times.
How can you crap all over our good friend and page sponsor Kevin Ciambieta from Palladium Books author of the TNMT role-playing game.
Jennifer. No, that's not what I meant.
Jennifer.
I have nothing against the game.
Okay, so I want to put this out there for the audience tonight, and I'm gonna do a little thing here. So, as some people know, the gaming company that Chet Mitten and I own, Orange Cat Games, we're getting ready to launch a Kickstarter for something called the Adventurer's Log, and it's like a book for players where it's got all the key components of a campaign where you can keep your notes, and it works on a spread system, meaning a left and right page is for one adventure, and you're writing on all your fun facts, who you met, where locales you visited, there's a spot for maps, there's all sorts of cool things, and just to keep players organized, because I for one get so tired of players going, I can't find my spell list, or oh, I don't know what we killed, or hey, what was that item we found again? Well, everybody's going to have a nice book. It's got great artwork in it from not only Chet Mitten, but it's got Joey Dossel, Lynn Redder, Stan did quite a bit of the art in here, Chandra Ryer. So, it's a nice little project. And I'm asking everybody to visit the project and, kind of follow it if you can. Give it a follow, share it out, raise the volume on it. Okay.
I really like that cover. That's Chet's artwork, right?
That is Chet's artwork. Yes.
Yeah, it's a like, you don't have prominent figures or figures at all, but it burns bright and tells you exactly what that supplement will do.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and bravo.
Yeah, Chet. And this is the successful adventuring party leaving the burial mound, and they're on their way out with their loot and their goodies, and this is what allows you to keep. But what I want to put out there for the watchers of the program tonight, Jen has not yet followed this project.
I will. I just saw the email before joining the stream.
I was gonna say I joined.
Yeah.
No, I really love this cover as well, not just for the artwork, but like it just harkens back to the old TSR modules, which I really, really enjoy. I love just the way that makes me feel to even look at that cover. It's like having an Eggo waffle.
Yeah, it's nostalgia is my coffee.
Yeah,
and vice versa. Maybe no, not vice versa. I didn't have coffee when I was 3 years old.
I think I had coffee when I was like 10. That might be why I'm so short.
I started drinking it when I was 17.
Wow.
I don't remember when, but I will never go back.
I don't know, the way tonight has been with your noir. I wonder if you've ever been a kid.
Yeah, listen. It's been a long life, and it's been difficult the entire time. I met a few dames. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm 43. 43. Terrible.
Make a note.
Yes.
Ron.
Hey, what's my excuse? I'm 47. I feel all bright and bubbly over here.
Yeah. So
I'm 46.
We're all just out in our ages over here. Ron's
but also
really quiet.
we're not like young people. Come on.
Children. No. Settle down. Children.
You know what I do love though? I feel like so many people in this community now are, I mean, I feel like we look pretty young, all of us. But it's nice to know that there are people who still act as young as we do at our age.
Fresh blood is so important in this hobby and everything else. It's like we often, we're often highlighting diversity and like, which is fantastic, but I don't think we always consider the age gap value.
Age is part of diversity.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
and
part
I
of
feel like
diversity.
I feel like it's something that, I don't always consider, but whenever I'm in those moments with people, I enjoy so much to have all of these different, like true perspectives, because if you lived in different ages from other people, it's so valuable.
Yeah.
Like that's why, like when I do my podcast, I'm sort of the middle age dude, and well, actually, no, I'm the old one now, since we just re-upped the format. But yeah, 100%. I love how vibrant it is because of everybody up in here.
Oh, it's important. It's important. Diversity is so incredibly important for game conventions and the gaming industry in general. Because when you do go to a game convention, so often, I've said this to Phil many times at conventions we've been to. I'll say, Phil, look around. What do you see? He's like, what do you mean? I said, what do you see? What are the people that are here? They're old white guys. But they're old. They're old. That's number one. If we don't get younger, it's going to be a struggle. And that's why we give away so many badges to high school RPG clubs.
Yeah.
We gave away 100 last year.
Wow.
to 4 different schools, because if we don't get younger people involved now, they're not likely to jump into the culture later. When I say the culture, the convention culture. Right. So we try to work with that. And, sometimes some of our attendees, they don't understand when they see we have like a diversity initiative and things like that. It's like, oh, what, you don't want me there anymore? And you go, it's not about you. We're not eliminating you and people like you. I'm like you.
I'll tell you one thing from going to conventions in Canada and different parts of America. And I've not been world traveling for conventions, but it's like the inclusivity and the diversity angle is what it's a big part of. No, actually, it is that you see how many people want to do a thing. And when you open a door, people will come. When putting a sign on the top of the door that just says, hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
A lot of people just sort of sneer at that these days. And I find that just disappointing, because there are a lot of folks who could use a sign on the front of the door that says, yo, come on in. And that's all it is. Mm-hmm. Right. That's, and being considerate for normal stuff. Right. That, I swear to God, there's places of the internet where people will call like a wheelchair ramp woke. And it's like, what are you talking about, man?
Well,
we gotta consider people and do things for people and let them know they can come on in.
Yeah. I mean, we're all different with different perspectives. And I think that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where the whole I'm not being considered anymore comes in. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not, these initiatives aren't being done in lieu of any demographic. Exactly. And that's, people feel like they're under attack when they see you're doing something like that. Yeah. And it's a shame. It's a shame.
Like, we're all in a freaking pressure boiler now, and everyone's angry at each other. And it's like, reminding ourselves, give grace and chill, and just realize not everyone's trying to get you either.
Right. Well, and see, I feel like I come at it from a different perspective, because I travel a lot for conventions, and I feel like every single one has a much higher level of inclusivity and like a sense of community over I used to do conventions like anime conventions and Comic-Con type conventions. It's only been about 3-4 years that I've been doing gaming conventions strictly. Mm-hmm. And the community is so different with just gaming conventions over those other type of conventions. And what I try to tell people, because I can't believe that I just didn't even know. Like, how did I not even know these gaming conventions exist? How did I not even know when I play games And I think it's partly because I don't have a lot of friends to play games with. I have one group. And if they don't know, and that's all the exposure I have, then I don't know about gaming conventions, which is why I took it up as like my personal mantle to tell people about it. Because I think once they find out about it,
Yeah, that's a
they
great point.
see the level of
Signal boost, yeah.
inclusivity, right? Like
Mhm.
I've heard people talk about going to game stores and feeling unwelcome at a local friendly gaming store, right? But I've never had that feeling at a convention. And
No,
so,
no,
yeah,
and that's what I want to say is like what Ron and I are describing, I think, are more just ugly corners of the internet where it sometimes creeps in, right? Where someone
right.
just for whatever reason you're saying, hey, everyone come on over, and then someone will take issue with it. At an
Right.
actual convention, I've not, it really is a almost beacon and watering hole for diversity. Like
It is.
everyone hangs out
Yeah.
and does their thing because everyone likes games and nerdy shit, man.
Yeah.
People get really uptight about things. I mean, I had a TTRPG creator who got upset because of badge ribbons.
Because of what? Badge ribbons?
Like the little badge ribbons, like, maybe they have pronouns on them, or maybe it says gamer, like GAYMER, or it says veteran for a veteran or whatever. We made them available, allowing people to express themselves, and one specific creator got upset by it, and it is what it is. I mean, people have things steeped in their minds, and things like that. Well,
I try to come at it a little bit more these days with just like almost like a man, are you sure? Does it really bother you? And if it does, why? Right? Especially if like you said, Ron, if you can have a veteran badge, or you can have a or a whatever it is, a pride flag, like they're not the same things. It's that it's part of your identity that you want to show off, and it's almost like wearing a heavy metal T-shirt in some ways.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to equate these very serious things like big parts of identity with like fandom and heavy metal, but when you wear a heavy metal T-shirt or something, you're signaling to someone else that, hey man, I'm into this stuff. And sometimes that stuff
it's just like collecting shirts. Like I wear all these gaming shirts, and I love them.
Yeah. And you're wearing one of my favorite gaming shirts right now.
Oh, what are you wearing? I can't see it very well.
It's
Valley of the Pharaohs.
Yes.
RPG by our good friend Matt Ballant.
Yep.
Who's got some health struggles right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat that.
I hope he's okay, and
he's undergoing treatment. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see him at Page, again this year. Good guy. Not a lot of people, you say Matt Ballant, they're like, who's he? I've never heard of him, things like that. He's been in the industry forever, and he wrote those old Palladium books, the book of castles and castles and keeps. He wrote medieval weapons and armor.
The green ones, right?
The green and blue ones. Yeah,
green and blue. Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, he's been around forever, and what a wonderful font of knowledge he is for the industry. It was interesting at year one. We have a lot of old TSR folks who come to Page. In year one, we had a panel with Jeff D, Frank Menser, Steve Marsh, and somebody else from the early days at TSR. And we were looking for a fifth to round out the panel. And I put Matt Ballant on there because he's been active as a writer since the 70s. And I got to tell you, he was like the shining star of that panel because he was able to talk about the early days of RPGs, not from a perspective of being at the top of the pile working for TSR, but talk about what it was like when he was publishing on his own. And then, when Palladium was in its fledgling days, and it made for a fascinating panel. And of course, we'll always have that panel.
Yeah.
switching out some of the folks. And speaking of some of the folks, we will have next week. We're going to have one of those iconic TSR artists on. We're going to have Jeff D.
Nice.
And we're also going to have Deb Waldorf, who I'm sure nobody knows who that is, but she's actually the advisor of the Vineland Public Schools role-playing game club. And of course, we just ran a convention in Vineland 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago.
Vineland, what's that?
Yeah, we had Matt John there. He was like America's guest that weekend. But do
we know anything about the block yet?
The room block?
Yeah.
Oh, for next year?
Yeah.
For Concoction, not yet. Okay. I'm not going to ask them to set that until, for another like 3 months or so. Yeah, I mean, we've got some great upcoming shows coming up. We've got some guy, maybe you've heard of him, Matt. Jim Zub is going to be on the program on July 3rd.
My fellow Canadian and big dog in the Conan comic world, Jim Zub.
Yeah, and he'll be joined by his wife, author Stacey King. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're an awesome pair. I had dinner with them in Halifax a couple years ago when Jim was here he was a guest at HalCon in Halifax. Yeah, great people. I talk to Jim frequently, and we're getting on a Conanza here for Page next year.
Absolutely. We have so many Conan folks coming out, and it's been it's really been great. And we have a couple that we haven't even announced yet that are going to be there.
We'll see. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So,
Okay, just a random question. Have you listened to Conan the musical?
I did not even know there was a musical.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I was listening to it before the stream, and it's awesome. You guys got to check it out.
I'm writing it down right now.
It's amusing.
I happen to love musicals, so we'll see.
Are there any jazzy hands in it? Because I was accused last week when I did jazzy hands of being they were more like zombie hands on this program, which hurt my soul that people said that.
Aww.
But
I mean, zombie hands that's a particular thing. Like, what do we mean by that? It's because they come out.
Are they like this?
Yeah, or Thriller or something, right? That must be what that means.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm glad we figured that one out together.
Here's a few of our Conanza guests that will be with us at Page.
Wow.
Yeah. So what is awesome is I've met Jim several times. We've hung out. We broke bread. We quaffed wine, as it were. Same with Sean. Met him at Gen Con, and we've done some videos together for YouTube. But Jeff Shanks is a guy I've known longer than in any of those other guys. Just way back in the days of Facebook, Conan, Robert E. Howard nerddom. Mm-hmm. And he and we would have met at a Howard Days a couple of years back, but Jeff actually caught the COVID and he could not attend. So, it'll be nice to meet Jeff, a guy I've talked to, and really super deeply knowledgeable guy on things Robert E. Howard, archaeology, and his day job. And so he's a guy I've had to do fact checks and things like that.
We're also going to have Chris Lights there.
Oh,
I know you're familiar with.
Yes, man. I think I've known Chris Lights maybe as long or longer than Jeff, probably around the same time. So that's cool, man.
And Vincent Darmage will be there as well.
Yeah, I've known him for about that long as well.
So for those watching, wondering who Chris Lights is, he was the the like the product league. He was the product lead for many of the Modifius items. Is that correct?
Yeah, he did. I mean, Chris has done a lot of work on various RPGs. He writes prose fiction as well. He's done a lot of stuff for like Dust, Dust, the miniature game and the RPGs, and yeah, he's an eclectic RPG writer. Workhorse.
And then Vincent was.
Vincent did a ton of Mongoose stuff. He did the bulk of the Mongoose books, which, I mean, God, I love that game.
So one of the cool panels we're going to have at Page related to Conan and Conan role-playing games is we're actually going to have 4 of the key contributors to all 4 of the versions of the Conan RPG that's come out over the years. We're going to have Zeb Cook, who wrote the TSR version of Conan. We're going to have, of course, you, Matt.
Yeah.
We're going to have Vincent, and we're going to have Chris there representing and perhaps defending or perhaps claiming that they have the best Conan RPG version.
I mean, so Zeb and I would be the only ones who designed the system for those respective games. Whereas Chris worked. I worked on the Modifius game too.
Save your attacks on the other panelists for the show. Don't give in any weakness.
No, I know. I would never. I have nothing but respect for all those dudes.
But we have a couple of live play Conan games that are going to take place there. You're running one of them.
Am I? Oh my God! I have to.
and I haven't told you. You're going to be running a bunch of other Conan when you're there too.
Okay, cool. I will bring my coyote pelt loincloth.
Yes, do that. And then
and that is a joke, but not that I don't have one, but that I'm not bringing.
If you're going to bring it and wear it, save it for when we put you on the stage when we're doing our Page charity auction on Saturday night, because I'm sure there will be some folks in the audience looking to bid on spending some time with you in a coyote loincloth.
And they can't. But what if it's James?
Listen.
I only said that to see if he's watching.
Oh my God! If he's watching, you just broke his heart.
No,
he's probably curled up in the fetal position on his floor right now. Like, oh, did he just make fun of me? Matt John made fun of me. Oh.
I made that remark for you, my friend.
Yeah, well, you know what? I
tear him up mercilessly.
It's not that I don't appreciate it, but
God, yeah.
But yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on there. But to circle back to where we started this little segment, if you haven't already followed this, please do. All right. If there are any more, Wes, no, they were not zombie hands, Wes. They were jazz.
Is that the Wes that I know?
The egg thief, yes. The criminal, yes.
Oh yeah. What a. You know what, Ron? Even your terrible, bitter, pseudo-friendly attack humor cannot diminish how nice of a dude Wes is.
Oh, seconded.
I'll keep trying. Don't worry. All right. Well, if there are no more questions for our guests, it's after midnight in Halifax. So, yeah, Matt's getting ready to go to sleep, and the nights is starting for Amber.
Are you kidding me? I go to bed at this time. It's 8 p.m. I'm ready to hit the sack.
Yeah, at the ripe old age of 47. I got you.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any questions for our folks? If not, we're going to let them...
I got to get up tomorrow morning and sell a bunch of these books along with a excess of action figures at a market. I'm gonna put these, link to my Sword and Sorcery series. What?
If you have some action figures, put an action figure and put that miniature model in that box you're sending me. What
Oh,
are
you
doing?
you think I got like extra action figures for you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's why I work a second job, so I can have those. Anyways, you should check out my Sword and Sorcery book series, Conan fans. We'll put a link somewhere. Anyways, this is where the noir doesn't work because this cover looks so cool in color.
It's hard to see. Yeah.
Can't see any. It's lost on me. I got to pull out my cigarette and.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit more jaded about it. I'm disappointed.
Amber, what do you have to leave us with? As Matt just gave his last pitch there on his novel.
Well, I would love if people check out Fantastical Geographic, especially since that this June issue of Baldur's Gate is free. So that's fantasticalgeographic.com. You can also get it at any of the creators who are attached to Fantastical Geographic. We also sell it in our own shops. So go check out all the wonderful creators that are involved with that project because they are lovely.
Okay, I have a complaint. Only 2 of you have followed the Kickstarter since I put it up there. Only 2.
Oh, you mean 2 of the audience? I was going to say there's only 2 of us here.
No. So, and if you tell me you subscribe to the channel, I get notified when you subscribe. We see all. So, all right. Well, listen, Amber, Matt, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a fun show.
Yep, it was great to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes.
Geeky Broken Hoodie says join her Twitch channel too.
Yes, so I have a Twitch channel where I do a lot of what I call co-working, body doubling. Like basically I'm writing and you're hanging out with me while I'm writing. I'll talk about my process while I write, any of my game projects that I'm working on. I'll talk about it when I start writing my fiction. So I do that during the week. And then I have a podcast on Fridays called After Hours, where I usually talk about something that week that is like what I say, lighting my bulb. It's something that I can't stop thinking about. There's questions. I want to talk about it. And then I have a segment called Ad Hoc Hui, where essentially we roll dice and we come up with a TTRPG adventure in less than 30 minutes from plot and setting all the way to loot. So we do that. And then I usually have a community topic. So that's on Fridays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I just started this recently. I've been doing it I have a Discord server and I was doing co-working streams in my Discord server and it was great. But, then it kind of became more like open office hours and people would come and chat and then I couldn't really focus on the writing. So kind of converted it to a stream where I can choose when I interact with my audience, but I can also write.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Matt. Good night. Good night in Canada.
Yeah.
Sleep tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, eh?
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys now. For those watching, Jen and I will be on a little bit longer. We have a couple of things we have to announce, including a big announcement about Down the Dark Stairway. So while we let Amber and Matt fade off into the night, we will we'll be
not
back
together. Not together. We're in different places.
Oh yeah. Okay, you go first.
Less than 60 seconds. So. And there goes Matt. Okay. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. We're going to take a very brief intermission, I should say. All right, we are back. So we have some Down the Dark Stairway news, Jen.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited for this.
So we have a big announcement about Down the Dark Stairway, which, of course, many of you know is our massive weekend-long Shadow Dark event at Page and at Concoction. And there you see on the screen, we've got some beautiful Chet Minton art for Down the Dark Stairway. And
I missed it last year, and I am so excited to try it this year, especially in lieu of this big announcement.
Many people know that Down the Dark Stairway, we bring in, celebrity GMs, dungeon tubers, some people from the, some of the early pioneers of gaming get involved with it. Well, we have a very special announcement tonight that our good friend Stefan Picorni from Dwarven Forge will be running an entire region of the dungeon for Down the Dark Stairway. So that'll be for a good portion of the weekend. So if you've never had a chance to play with Stefan at a show, as the driving force behind Dwarven Forge and the founder and the artist behind that terrain and everything else, he's also an avid gamer, and excited to say he's going to be with us as part of the team for Down the Dark Stairway. And on top of this, I'm happy to announce that Dwarven Forge has agreed to provide the terrain for the entire Down the Dark Stairway event this year.
Amazing.
And they're one of the sponsors of that event, and I know it's going to be a big thing. But we're really thankful to Stefan and the other folks at Dwarven Forge and for their involvement. But it's a big deal. It's a big event, and Anthony Simeone, the event manager for that, he takes it very seriously. He's constantly out ahead of everything, and this is exciting news for Paige. So.
I'm really excited. I met him last year. I was fortunate enough to interview him for the interview booth, and wow, I mean, he's done so much, and this is going to be great.
What was that?
Oh.
Was that your empty beer can? What was it? Oh,
no, it's Polar. It's Polar.
It's your empty beer can.
It's Polar water, Ron.
Oh, okay. All right. So we've given away our Trollord Games certificate. Our guests next week, as we said, are Jeff D. and Deb Waldorf. Deb Waldorf being the advisor for Vineland Public Schools Gaming Club. She's going to talk a little bit about what it's meant to that club to be able to attend both Page and Concoction for free and things like that. And I don't think we need to talk about Jeff D's resume at all. He's the famed artist and illustrator from the early days of TSR, the creator of the Villains and Vigilantes role-playing game, co-creator of Cave Master and several other games. I mean, Jeff is a knowledgeable guy in the industry, and he's one of
Plus, he has an awesome YouTube channel.
Yeah, and let me tell you, he's one of the most interesting people I've met from the industry. He's just a fascinating conversationalist. However, I will tell you, I will say this. With that being said, he's not the most fascinating conversationalist in his household, because his wife, Manda, fellow artist and TTRPG designer, is a national treasure. She really is one of the most intelligent people I've had the privilege of conversing with over the years. So we're going to get her on for a future show as well.
And she's coming to Page too, right?
She'll be a Page as well. Yep.
Great.
Yep. Brian Keena says Page runs Jeff runs a fun game. He most certainly does. And one of the thrills of my RPG career is when a certain Canadian TTRPG creator failed to post for his game at Page 1. I ended up filling in as the game master for that game. And Jeff D came wandering over and said, "Can I sit in?" And I was like, "Yeah." Very, a lot of fun. But Jen, do you have anything you want to leave us with tonight before we sign off?
Oh, let's see. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. It's been great. I always love interacting with you guys, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
That's right. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and head over to Kickstarter and give Orange Cat Games' new project, which is in pre-launch mode, give it a follow there. You won't be sorry, and it's a good product, and I'm very proud to be able to get this thing out there and in the hands of people very, very soon.
Yeah, it could be like a birthday or Christmas gift for the gamer in your life.
That is exactly right, Jen. And for the players in your life that say they can't find their paperwork, or they don't know what treasure they got last week or what monsters they killed, they will, because they're going to have this nice orange adventurers log where they're going to be able to log everything. And I just put the link in the chat, and it's up on the screen. I would be humbled if you were to give it a follow. And until next time, we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Have a good week, guys.
Yep.